Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clark on YouTube. Oh no! On this lovely night, I want you to remember one thing, and that is simply this. A dream is a wish only your heart can make, to quote Cinderella. If you ask any girl who has ever had a dream of being a Disney princess, which is a dream that is very real and can be made possible no matter what anybody tells you, they will tell you the most revered Disney princess of all time and their favorite is Cinderella. And I can kind of concur with that statement because I remember watching Cinderella when I was a little boy. I used to be sick sometimes and I'd drink chicken noodle soup and I'd watch Cinderella in front of the TV. So I know how much it means to each and every one of you. And just to let you guys know, I just ate a bunch of donuts. They were jelly filled to the maximum. And I'm kind of freaked out by it because I don't know how I'm going to act in this video. But hopefully I'll make it through. Hey Google, what is the main ingredient in a jelly donut? Stop laughing.
On the website today.com, they say, the ingredients for the jelly filling used in Dunkin's jelly-filled donuts include corn syrup, sugar, apple juice concentrate, and contains 2% or less of pectin, fruit and vegetable juice, and various preservatives.
Oh my God. Oh well, hopefully we'll make it through. I believe that life is sweeter when you are, so I really try to drive home that point. So to prepare myself for videos, I eat about, 10 to 15 jelly-filled donuts, a couple of pies, cup of tea every night before the sun sets. It's a ritual of mine. I literally have a cup of tea every night before the sun sets and eat about 10, 15 donuts, which I just picked up a couple of minutes ago before I started this video. So hopefully I'm going to make it through. Hopefully Disney will give me the opportunity to work with Ruby Rose Turner on a remix of Life is Sweeter When You Are. I would love to work with Ruby Rose Turner. I'm going to miss her. I want to put it out there, Ruby. I'm going to miss you, man. I said that yesterday, actually, on one of the videos I threw up on my YouTube channel, my latest video, and I meant it. Everything I've ever said about Ruby Rose Turner, I mean with a heart and a half, because I don't think one heart is enough. So I have to go 1 heart and a half. Because Ruby inspired me to change a lot of things that I was doing wrong in my own life, to really turn my life around. And I give Ruby all the credit in the world for that. Because of her portrayal of the character Bridget, I don't think anyone could have had a more powerful impact on everybody's life, myself included. I've publicly admitted that I've made a lot of mistakes in my life on my podcast for forever. For years, I've made a lot of mistakes. And I wish I was in possession of a pocket watch to be able to go back in time and fix those mistakes. I've wished that more than enough in my lifetime, throughout the course of my life. And I know there's never enough time in a lifetime to correct all the mistakes that we all have made, because let's face it, we are not all perfect and we make mistakes. Nobody is perfect in this world, but I wish I had a pocket watch to go back in time, not only to go back and fix a lot of the mistakes that I had made throughout the course of my lifetime, but to spend more time with the ones that I love. Stitch looks very comfortable in the background, doesn't he? Because the one thing about time that a lot of people tend to forget is that time always runs out. Time is a real precious commodity in life, and it's precious because it always runs out. So with Descendants 5 coming up, we're going to see them face the consequences of changing time and the impact that it will have on each individual character, along with the introduction of a lot of new characters in Descendants that we're going to be seeing for the very first time, including Pink, the twins of Smee, which I'm really interested in seeing how they're going to fit into the Descendants franchise, characters from Encanto and Princess and the Frog, which is a very different kind of way of presenting Descendants, but I think a lot of people have more reason than they ever have before to be excited about Descendants. I'm really excited to see how these new characters will fit into the franchise and how they will make it work. And the reality of it is, all these critics that are posting negative reviews about Descendants saying they're displeased with the movie and the turn of the movie after so much anticipation was put behind it, I honestly think that these critics are just full of themselves and they're just trying to get reactions out of people. And the amazing thing about Descendants fans are that no matter how much foolishness they put up with in the videos, they will never quit on what they believe in. So if you believe in Descendants and what it's represented for the past decade, you're never going to quit on it. And I read down through the comments of a lot of the negative reviews of Descendants that I saw on YouTube, and one thing that I noticed, one thing that jumped out at me and that I could never give the fans enough credit for is how supportive you guys are of Descendants no matter what anybody says about it. So from where I choose to look at it, you guys are the best fans in the world that anybody could ever have. Take me, for instance. When I moved into this house, my friends were convincing me to try to relaunch my podcast for the first time in 7.5 years. The last podcast that I recorded up to that point was somewhere back in 2018. That was a long time ago. I wasn't ready to go when I hung up the headset 7 years ago. I felt that I had a lot more to say in the way of a story. I had more chapters to write. And a lot of people were convincing me that I should go back to podcasting and create something special for all of you. And I thought to myself, I contemplated it at midnight every night. Every night the clock would strike 12, like in the Cinderella fairy tale, and I'd say to myself, do I really want to go back at this? Are people really going to love my podcast? So I thought about what could I create that could attract the majority of the traffic to my YouTube channel. What could I create that could not only attract the traffic to my YouTube channel and bring you guys back to what you were used to, some of you probably for the last 10 years from my opinions. And I said to myself, I snapped my fingers. I watched Descendants and I saw how beautiful the characters were. They were amazingly portrayed. The costumes were at an all-time high. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. The music really hit a chord with me. And I said to myself, maybe I'll try my hand at creating some Descendants videos. Maybe somebody out there will think I'm cool, hit the subscribe button, think I'm the sweetest YouTuber in the world, and hit the button. And lo and behold, I threw a couple of Descendants videos up, a couple of Dove Camera videos, a couple of quality control reviews here and there, and less than a year later, I'm here with almost 2,000 subscribers, whom I don't deserve. Every single night that sun sets, one thing I want all of you to remember is that every dream is possible and that I am forever thankful for each and every one of you being here. I don't know if you guys like the content, you think that I'm the coolest guy ever for creating a bunch of Descendants videos for you, but for whatever reason that you have, from one heart to another, from mine to yours, thank you so much. I really look forward to creating these Descendants videos for each and every one of you because I've heard what people have said about Descendants. Some of them have gone 45 minutes to an hour saying nothing but negative things about Descendants, and I don't like that. I think that is bullying the characters. I think that is absolutely repulsive, as the Queen of Hearts and Maleficent would probably say in the script. I thought that Descendants was beautiful. It had so many powerful messages, so many beautiful messages to their core, that inspired so many people to achieve every dream that they ever had. Because I'm going to tell you something, no matter how many times people try to knock you, every dream in this life, I don't care what that dream is, what you're talking about is, every dream is possible. And a dream, yes, can be described as a wish only your heart can make. But I'm going to tell you something, guys. There's one thing I've learned in this life. Your best friend in the world is your heart. If it's not your parents, it's your heart. And it's something that you should definitely listen to more times than you probably ever give it credit for, because your heart will always show you the way. Your heart is really your compass, and your heart is your best friend. And that's something that I've learned and I've taken with me for forever and will take to my grave. I think that you guys are the most supportive, most loyal fans for a franchise, both Descendants and Zombies, ever. And there's no place in the world I'd rather be than right here behind this podcast microphone tonight recording my thoughts on Descendants for you. I am just as excited as each and every one of you are to find out where Descendants will go, what the consequences of altering time will be. I'm hoping we will see Ruby Rose Turner return for Descendants because I'm really going to miss her. I didn't agree with the decision to take her out of Descendants almost immediately and have her there for one installment of the franchise because Bridget's character was ultimately everybody's favorite. I'm not alone in the Bridget support boat. I will forever wave the flag of support for Bridget's character, and I think there should have been more significance put on her character because she had such an impact on everybody's life. I just got done watching a TikTok video of Bridget and a couple of the cast members doing a dance number for Descendants about a poison apple, believe it or not, and I threw it up on my Facebook page. I can go hours every single day watching Bridget videos because they're so inspiring. I love them. And I've been looking for something inspiring ever since the Ellen DeGeneres show went off here years ago. And I think I found that in Ruby Rose Turner. Dove Cameron can take her ball and she can go home. And she can say what she wants about how they told the story and they completed it. That she can try to make you believe what she wants you to believe and say what she thinks you want to hear. But if there's anything that I know about you Descendants fans is that you don't want to hear about how Dove Cameron told the story and completed it over and over and over and over again. I can't even tell you how many Dove Cameron interviews I've watched in the past week where Dove Cameron has just literally read off the same questions and said the same thing as if she's reading off of a script. Every interview sounds the same with Dove Cameron. It's the same old song and dance. I am very thankful that Kylie Cantrell is here. I am very thankful that Mila Baker is here, and I'm very thankful for Ruby Rose Turner, who had such a profound effect on all of our lives for the short time she was a part of the Descendants franchise. I don't think there was a person alive who never admitted to loving Bridget. And for someone who says you don't like Bridget's character because she's so bubbly, she's so full of life, I don't believe you. If you tell me that the song Life is Sweeter When You Are or Shuffle of Love haven't got stuck in your head over the past year. I don't believe you, because every single morning I listen to that song. Either that or the Tangled theme song is stuck in my head. I listen to those songs faithfully every morning, and I have no regrets for doing it. One of the very first characters that jumped out at me was Ruby Rose Turner's character Bridget in that movie, and I think that if she was not a part of it and a part of the storyboard, I don't think Descendants would have ever succeeded the way that it had. Now, I've heard the reviews about how Descendants let a lot of people down who had their heights of expectation set really high for this one, but again, a lot of it is AI, a lot of it is nonsense, a lot of it makes no sense to Descendants fans, and you guys deserve better, just as you deserve better with Zombies. I'm really looking forward to Zombies 4 Down on the Vampires. I'm really excited to see how Daywalkers and vampires will coexist and be introduced into the Zombies storyboard, because you can go a long way with that one. And that story is far from over, just as the story of Descendants is far from over. Why do you think they're bringing in all these new characters? They're bringing in all these new characters to secure the future of the franchises. And I'm really excited about this. I just heard an interview with Meg Donnelly just yesterday, where a lot of the cast members for Zombies are between the age demographic of 14 through 18 years of age. And Milo Menon and Meg Donnelly's character, Zed and Addison, are up in their 20s, their mid-20s. I think Meg Donnelly is somewhere around 26 years old. I think she'll be 26, 27 on July 25th. I could be incorrect about that, but I think she's somewhere up there. So she's not only an actress, but she's also a producer, and she's got this new EP coming out, so she's got a plate full. And she's been dealing with a lot of pressure, peer pressure, anxiety, panic attacks, and I have a lot of respect for her for that. Now, I want to say this too. I have a lot of respect for Dove Cameron, but I don't have the respect for Dove Cameron where she's blowing you guys off. You guys want Mel back in the Descendants franchise more than you've ever wanted anything to happen in Descendants. You wanted to see Kylie Contrell and Dove Cameron bring their respective characters to life in a Descendants franchise, either on Disney Plus, Disney Channel, or even on the big screen. I'll go as far as to say that. And Dove Cameron, not to mention the other Descendants cast members, are shutting you out every single time, and they've shut you out long enough. So I think we have to move on from what we've seen in Descendants and accept the reality that we're faced with, is that we have these beautiful new stars who are so very passionate about what they love and still inspire us in their own unique way. They are telling the Descendants story from their perspective under a new direction, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate what they did last year. I'm looking forward to what they're going to do in 2025. 43 arena dates have been scheduled, kicking off in San Diego, and we have seen so much publicity, PR recently released for Descendants, the teaser trailers, the interviews that they do on daytime talk shows and YouTube shows. It's amazing. And I am very thankful that each and every one of you are here on this YouTube channel, because you could be on anyone else's YouTube channel tonight listening to what they have to say about Descendants and Zombies. Let me say this again. You guys are the best fans in the world, and I don't know what I'd do without each and every one of you, because you have made this YouTube channel exist, you have made this YouTube channel thrive, and you have made this YouTube channel the best Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel that you will find on the internet and in the world. Thank you so much for that. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you keep coming back. I hope you hit the subscribe button over and over and over again. I'm really looking forward to hearing the music for Descendants 5, because I think this music is going to present a real different feel from what we've seen. I know that Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires is going to present a camp rock, Hannah Montana kind of feel for the first time ever, so I'm really interested in seeing what kind of feel, what kind of storylines will be brought forth for this, and what we will see by the time we get to Descendants 6 and Zombies 5, because I also don't buy into the idea of them running out of supernatural creatures, and I will say that over and over again. I'll say that again tomorrow night, about how I don't believe they're running out of supernatural creatures to expand the Zombies franchise and universe off of, because there are so many folk literature stories, there are so many sci-fi characters that could be introduced into this. It is unbelievable. Don't ever believe what you hear on YouTube, and don't ever subscribe to somebody who is just telling you a bunch of lies and telling you what they think you want to hear, because I'm going to tell you guys something. You guys are the smartest fans for any Disney franchise that I think I've ever encountered in my life. You know what you're talking about, you know what you want to see, and you know what's up. And you're so loyal to the franchises. You have never ever quit. Some of the very first subscribers that I've ever put up here on this YouTube channel are still here. Some of the first 150, 165 subscribers, what have you, are still subscribed to this YouTube channel. When I first moved into this house, I wanted to create something special for each and every one of you, and I'd like to believe that I did it. Because who else on YouTube will record 45-minute to an hour-long videos? if not a half hour, on Descendants for you guys and provide narrative points of view, fantastic commentaries that are so full of life it is unbelievable. What do you get on YouTube for Descendants? A 5-minute video if it's not the Disney company uploading it. You get a 5-minute video of some idiot standing there talking about Descendants who most likely, more than likely, don't even know anything about Descendants. They just are doing it to attract, I mean, let's face it, everybody is doing it to attract a certain percentage of traffic into the YouTube channel. I don't care about the money, I don't care about monetization, I just care about the subscribers and you finding what you want to find, because I know there are hundreds of thousands of Descendants and Zombies fans who are always YouTubing this kind of stuff, always TikToking it, and you're never finding what you want. You stumble across this video, you think it's cool, and you subscribe to it for the sake of subscribing to it. I want you to subscribe to this YouTube channel because I want you to subscribe to it because of the love and the passion that you share for Descendants and Zombies, just like I share with you. I have been the biggest supporter of Descendants for at least the last decade. I don't regret having been a supporter of Kenny Ortega's projects. I don't regret being a supporter of Jennifer Fang. But I've always been a huge supporter of Kenny Ortega. I believed in everything that he did. I believed in him ever since his visions for Hocus Pocus and High School Musical and the explosion off of it. I think it would be really cool of an opportunity to be a vampire slayer in Dawn of the Vampires. I put that out there for forever, and I will continue to put that out there. Because I just want the opportunity to work with these beautiful stars who have such vibrant personalities. They are amazing. And I give you my word, if I'm ever put in the Descendants or Zombies franchises, they will be the most funny, most entertaining Zombies and Descendants you will ever see in your life. I've had this passion for pop culture for seemingly forever. I remember watching shows like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Are You Afraid of the Dark, Mona the Vampire, Doug, Phineas and Ferb. I was a huge Phineas and Ferb fan. I know I have a lot of people subscribed to this YouTube channel who are huge fans of Phineas and Ferb and Tangled. Thank you guys so much for that. And even choreographers now are subscribing to this YouTube channel who are inspiring young people to dance. I think that is so cool, the reach of this YouTube channel and how many people and how many lives it has touched. And because of that, I recognize the huge responsibility that I have as a YouTube creator. As far as I'm concerned, along with my huge responsibilities that are now on my shoulders, there is nobody's point of view that you would rather hear if it wasn't my voice giving you his thoughts on Descendants and Zombies. If it wasn't me, you wouldn't care about it. And that, to me, is a huge honor and a privilege. It is a huge honor and a privilege to sit here and give you my commentary on Descendants and Zombies the way that it should be presented from every YouTuber out there who is just an annoyance when it comes to Descendants and Zombies. For anybody to sit behind a microphone and criticize the work ethic of Ruby Rose Turner or Kylie Cantrell because of her political point of view not being something she wants to discuss, or Ruby Rose Turner outing from Descendants, you know, you've got to respect that, because Ruby Rose Turner has been acting ever since she was 12 years old. Kylie Cantrell has been acting ever since she was 9. I mean, I remember seeing toy commercials with Ruby Rose Turner and Kylie Cantrell on it. I always wanted to be that guy in the toy commercial that goes, I win! You know, I always wanted to be that. And you're thinking to yourself, cool voice, Jonathan Clark. You could be an awesome character in Descendants. I know, but I've never been given the opportunity to do it. I always wanted to be in toy commercials when I was a kid. You know, I was a huge fan of G.I. Joe, Creepy Crawlers, the Batman Batcave you could buy where you could put Batman in the Batcave and turn him into Bruce Wayne and then back into Batman. You know, Dan, I have so much respect for this stuff, you wouldn't believe it. Because if you knew how much respect I had for it, you would hit that subscribe button. I love how everybody's inspired by Descendants from all walks of life. I love how you come out in unison to these meet and greets for your favorite Descendants and Zombie stars. I remember a Zombies meet and greet a number of years ago that Meg Donnelly and Milo Menon, this is how good my memory is, attended, and they thought there were probably going to be about 50 people there. When they got there, there were 200 people there who had turned up for the signing. And they realized at that moment that they had created a movie. They said to themselves behind the curtain, we made a movie and it was a success. It was a hit. And once that realization hit home with them and hit them hard in the face, they have never looked back since. I was just on Meg Donnelly's website earlier today. I was thinking about buying her EP. It's called Dying Art. It's a very unique way of representing who Meg Donnelly is, but I think it's a great way for us to be reintroduced to who she is outside of Disney. and her personality. I've also taken a look at some of Dove Cameron's most recent work when she was promoting Too Much. She's got some concert dates scheduled on dovecameron.com. But preferably, I think I would choose Meg Donnelly now over Dove Cameron because of how she's presenting herself. Some of the interviews she is doing is utterly ridiculous. And then people criticize Ruby Rose Turner because they're all for Dove Cameron. Let me put it to you this way. Do you see Ruby Rose Turner or Quality Control acting outrageous, if not told to by a producer? They don't act outrageous. We have yet to see Ruby Rose Turner go crazy. Now, that doesn't mean that she won't go crazy at some point or another, because they all do. They start exemplifying these weird behaviors. But I have a lot of respect for Ruby Rose Turner because she is so kind, she is so genuine, and I have the same amount of respect for Quality Control because she is the same way. She can be looked at in the same regard. You can criticize Disney all you want. You can criticize the success of Descendants and Zombies. I don't know why you would. All you want, but the thing is, Disney is doing a fabulous job. There is definitely something in the water over there at Disney because they are turning these stars, these young stars, into unbelievable adolescents and huge inspirations for everybody who has ever aspired to be just like them. And I know there are millions of people out there who would give anything to be a part of the Descendants franchise. I saw a video a couple of weeks ago where a little girl goes over to Dove Cameron at a signing and asks her if she could be a part of Descendants. It was so adorable. This franchise, these two franchises have touched my heart in so many unbelievable ways I can't even begin to imagine what it'll be like 10, 15 years from now. And I do think that they will still be around and discuss 10, 15 years from now, even if we have to look back on the success of Descendants and Zombies and take a look at what Kenny Ortega and Jennifer Fang did for it as the respective producers. I've had so much fun giving you my point of view, whether it be narrative, whether it be funny and entertaining, because I'm somewhat of a comedian too, if you haven't figured that out. I've always had a talent for theater. I've studied it for, 25 years. So I have this ability to change my voice. I have this ability to really adapt to what you guys love. And I have had so much fun throwing these videos up and creating them for you. If there ever was a YouTube creator that appreciates his subscribers, appreciates his audience, appreciates Descendants and Zombies as a whole, it is this guy right here. And I am proudly going to take a bullet against all the critics for each and every one of you, because I know you love it so much, and I know how much it means to every one of your hearts. And you deserve better. You deserve to be looking up Descendants and Zombies videos about your favorite characters and stars and hearing nothing but good things about them, which you don't occasionally hear because a lot of people just resort to criticism about how the movie let them down, unfortunately. And I don't buy into that. What they're selling, I don't buy into, because most of it is AI, and they're just saying what they think you want to hear. But what you want to hear, I know what you want to hear, and it's good things about Quality Control. It's a good thing about her song Goodie Bag. It's a good thing about Dove Cameron and her song Too Much, which recently just hit the Billboard chart and is exceeding the expectations of anybody. But I know what you want to hear, and it's good things. And if you want to hear something nice about Descendants and Zombies, now I want to be a vampire slayer, then hit the subscribe button. Now I know I come on here and I'm really silly. I say I want to be a part of the Descendants and Zombies franchise because I've seemingly had something to do with entertainment for forever. And I say that I want to be a vampire slayer, and I want to say that I want to be in these dance numbers with Ruby Rose Turner. I do that because I want to make these videos very different from anything else that you will find on YouTube, and I hope you can find time in appreciating that. You know, it's one thing to come on here and say, oh, well, I watched Descendants and it was a cool movie. I like this about the movie. This is what I liked. This is what I didn't like. This is what really let me down. Blah, 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 blah. And I could go on for 10, 15 minutes about that. At the 5-minute mark, you could hit X on the video. What's the point of that? And I want you to keep watching the video, and I want you to keep coming back to hear, even if it's the same thing over and over and over again every single night. It will attract more viewers, and it will just show how much of a supporter you are of the franchise, and hopefully of me. I'm hoping that you're going to think I'm really cool, and you're going to hit the subscribe button, because there is nobody out there as sweet as this who does Descendants and Zombies videos. I give you my word on that. You will search forever, and you will never find somebody as sweet as this doing Descendants and Zombies videos. So if you could hit the subscribe button and help me out and push this YouTube channel further out into the algorithm, that would be wonderful if you could do that, because here's the thing. This is how YouTube works. The YouTube algorithm will recognize this video is popular if, say, 50 people watch the video at once within the first 3 or 4 hours that it's uploaded, which is virtually impossible, only if I get lucky and bite into one of Bridget's cupcakes, which look really cool. But if 50 people watch the video, the YouTube algorithm recognizes it. It starts recommending the video to people who may be searching up, Dove Cameron, Descendants, Zombies, and then within a couple of hours to 48 hours, the video blows up with 1,000 views. I just recently had it happen for the Place to Be music video review that I did for Zombies. And by the way, I've been listening to that song all day today, and it was really cool. So if you hit the like button a bunch of times, if you hit the subscribe button a bunch of times, this video will blow up and explode like dynamite, and that's what I want. I want this YouTube channel to explode. I want somebody out there to find this YouTube channel, and I want you to use your phones as beacon of light, because I know there's somebody out there who wants to see a nice video about Descendants and Zombies, wants to hear something nice about their favorite character, whom they are inspired by, and only you can make that happen. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I never thought in a million years after I came back after a 7-year absence, this YouTube channel would explode the way that it is. My only wish is that my mom could be here to witness the popularity of this YouTube channel skyrocketing the way that it has. Because she gave me money years ago to finance my YouTube channel out of her basement. Not out of my bedroom, out of her basement, which wasn't very big. And then after she passed away, my dad took a huge liking to my YouTube channel. And then he passed away. So I know my parents are out there somewhere tonight, and they are very happy about the success of this YouTube channel that it has seen. And I know that my mom, who was a school teacher for forever, is really, really happy that I'm inspiring so many people from all walks of life, from so many different age demographics. Regardless if you're watching this video together as a family, regardless if you're watching it with your friends, or you're just watching it by yourself. Thank you so much from one heart to another for making me one of the most popular YouTube channels when it comes to Descendants and Zombies, and one of the greatest critics of all time and commentators. It is a true honor of mine. True honor of mine. So what do you say we watch this video about Descendants together? I found this video today, and it was really, really cool. I wanted to show it to you guys, and I think you're going to find time in appreciating it. If you get a minute during this video, which isn't very long, but if you get a minute, hit the subscribe button, and we'll watch this one together. Because life is sweeter when you are, regardless if you believe it or you don't.
Meet Descendants 5. New cast and characters. Pink, Red's younger sister, portrayed by Liamani Segura. Max Hatter, son of Maddox Hatter, played by Brendan Tremblay. Luis Madrigal, son of Luisa Madrigal from Encanto, portrayed by Alexandro Bird. Hazel Hook, daughter of Captain Hook, played by Kiara Romero. Robbie Hood, son of Robin Hood, portrayed by Joel Ouellette. Felix Facilier, son of Dr. Facilier, played by Xavier Garrett. Squirmy and Squeaky Smee, twin sons of Mr. Smee, portrayed by Ryan McEwen and Dayton Paradis. Like and subscribe and comment your favorite new character.
I don't know, just let me say this, if I can get away with saying this. You can't beat Ruby Rose Turner, and nobody will ever replace her for the impact and the imprint she has left and made on everybody's heart out there, myself included. I love Ruby Rose Turner, and I'm going to miss her, man. I remember watching her on Coop and Cammy Ask the World. It's a shame that show only got 2 seasons, and it was a TV series that ended long before its time. There's just something about Ruby Rose Turner's voice, and there's just something about Ruby Rose Turner's personality that I seemingly can't get enough of. I know that sounds really cliche, because a lot of people will just say that Ruby Rose Turner is their favorite character because she's so bubbly. But indeed, you do get more with sugar than you do with salt, and life is sweeter when all of us are. And that's why the message of this YouTube channel has forever and always will be, no matter what anybody says, in the way of a critic, because I'm up against, I don't know, 15 million different critics out there. I mean, let's face the reality of it. We are up against 15 million critics with this YouTube channel that probably have 15,000 subscribers to my mere 1,700. But 1,700 can become 2,000, 2,000 can become 2,500, 2,500 can become 3,000 and beyond. It's to infinity and beyond with his YouTube channel. Because I'm up against every critic in the world out there. But thank you so much for making this YouTube channel your favorite. And thank you for keeping me in your heart and bringing me back. Thank you so much. I can't thank you enough. Those characters will secure the future of Descendants, regardless of how you or somebody else out there may feel about it. Because I know there is diversity in this world, and I appreciate diversity because it's what makes the world spin on its axis. But regardless of how you feel about this franchise, the direction of it, the new characters making the premiere by Descendants 5 Wicked Wonderland, which is an amazing title, I'm excited about it. And that's why I'm here every single night recording at least one Descendants video for the fans who love it. Because I know for every single person who hates this franchise, there are 550 million of you who love it so much. And because I recognize and appreciate that to the heights of unbelievableness, this house is haunted. I just heard something fall to the floor. I had to check it out. But I've always thought this house is haunted ever since I moved into it. Stop laughing. I gotta go eat more donuts. But regardless of how the critics out there feel about Descendants, I know there are even more people out there who love it. And even though the reality I face tonight is that I'm up against 15 million subscribers, 15 million critics rather, with 15,000 subscribers, I know somebody's going to hit the subscribe button, and I will keep dressing up like a prince every single night and keep recording my videos with my thoughts on Descendants in it, because I appreciate it and I love it so much. And hopefully you're going to love this YouTube channel just as much as well. Wherever you're listening to my voice tonight, never forget that every dream is possible. You can never spread enough kindness in this world. So what do you say? We go spread some kindness and make a difference in somebody's life who's just waiting for that to happen. Bye, YouTube. We will do it again really soon.